Ladies and gentlemen, we all know the feeling of being motivated when excitement surges through us and we're ready to take on the world. Motivation is the spark that ignites action. It's what gets us out of bed on a Monday morning, makes us lace up our shoes for a run or sit down to tackle a new project. But here's the truth: motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like waves. Some days you'll feel on top of the world, while other days you might not want to move at all. That's where discipline comes in, because when motivation fades, discipline takes over. Discipline is what keeps you going long after the excitement wears off. It's the quiet, unwavering commitment to keep showing up regardless of how you feel. It's about making the decision to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. While motivation might help you start the race, it's discipline that ensures you cross the finish line. The people who succeed in life aren't always the most motivated. They're the ones with the discipline to keep moving no matter what. I think about it: when you rely solely on motivation, you're at the mercy of your emotions. If you feel good, you'll act. If you don't, you won't. That's why so many people set goals and never achieve them, because they wait to feel motivated before they take action. Discipline, on the other hand, is about doing what's necessary, regardless of your emotional state. It's about mastering your emotions rather than letting them control you. In every area of life, whether it's your career, fitness, relationships, or personal growth, discipline is the key to sustained progress. Motivation is powerful but inconsistent. It can light a fire in you, but discipline is what keeps that fire burning. With discipline, you show up on the days when you don't feel like it, and over time, that consistency compounds into results. The beauty of discipline is that it's a skill anyone can develop. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment or the right feeling to start. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes. Each small act of discipline reinforces the next, creating a cycle of progress that will ultimately lead to the success you desire. So the next time you're tempted to wait for motivation, remember, this motivation is a feeling, but discipline is a choice. And every day you have the power to choose discipline over comfort, action over procrastination, and long-term growth over short-term pleasure. It's not easy, but it's always worth it. Success is not achieved overnight. It's not the result of one grand moment of inspiration or a single burst of effort. Instead, it's built day by day through the small, consistent actions we take. This is where discipline plays a crucial role. Discipline isn't just about forcing yourself to do something. It's about creating habits that become part of who you are. When discipline becomes habit, success becomes inevitable. We often hear the phrase, "We are what we repeatedly do." Habits are the building blocks of our lives, shaping everything from our health to our careers and relationships. The things we do every day without thinking are what ultimately determine the trajectory of our lives. Discipline is the tool that helps us form those habits. At first, it takes conscious effort to push ourselves into action, but over time, with consistent discipline, those actions become automatic. Imagine the power of waking up every day and knowing exactly what needs to be done without questioning it. That's the power of habit formed through discipline. When you no longer have to rely on willpower alone to make decisions, you free up mental energy for greater achievements. You don't debate whether or not to exercise to work on your goals or to stick to your routines. It's simply part of who you are. And that's the beauty of disciplined habits. They work for you, even when you don't feel like it. The truth is, the most successful people in the world aren't necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who have mastered their habits. They've used discipline to build routines that set them up for success day after day. Whether it's athletes training consistently, entrepreneurs working on their businesses, or students studying diligently, the secret lies in the habits they've developed through discipline. Habits, once established, create momentum. When you practice discipline long enough, your actions compound and the results begin to accelerate. You start to notice improvements in your health, productivity, and personal growth. What once felt difficult now feels natural, and what once required effort now feels effortless. This is the magic of disciplined habits. They lead to exponential growth over time. But here's the key: it all starts with a decision to be disciplined. To take that first step, to show up consistently, even when it's hard. Every time you choose discipline, you're laying another brick in the foundation of your success. And brick by brick, habit by habit, you're building a life that's aligned with your goals and dreams. Discipline is, at its core, the mastery of self-control. It's the ability to choose your actions deliberately instead of being ruled by impulses and emotions. In a world full of distractions, temptations, and shortcuts, discipline gives you the power to stay focused on what truly matters. It's about taking control of your life and not letting fleeting desires derail your long-term goals. Mastering self-control is the key to unlocking your potential and creating a life of purpose. Every day we're faced with countless choices. Some seem small and insignificant, while others may appear more important. But over time, it's the small choices, the ones we make when no one is watching, that shape our lives. Discipline helps you make the right choices, not just the easy ones. It's the voice that tells you to get up early when your bed feels too comfortable, to stick to your plan when distractions are calling your name, and to say no to short-term pleasure for long-term gain. Think about how often we are tempted to indulge in habits that provide immediate satisfaction but offer little value in the long run. Whether it's binge watching TV, endlessly scrolling through social media, or eating unhealthy food, these temptations can pull us away from our true goals. Discipline is the power that helps you resist those urges. It's about taking control of your desires rather than letting them control you. When you master self-control, you create space for success to flourish in your life. Self-control also teaches you to prioritize. Life is full of competing demands, and without discipline, it's easy to get pulled in 100 different directions. Discipline helps you focus on what's important, allowing you to say no to things that don't align with your goals. This clarity leads to greater productivity and a sense of purpose because you're no longer wasting time on activities that don't move you closer to where you want to be. At the heart of discipline is the ability to delay gratification. It's the recognition that lasting success requires patience and persistence. While it's tempting to seek quick wins or instant pleasure, real achievement often takes time. Discipline allows you to put in the hard work today, knowing that the rewards will come later. This mindset shift from seeking immediate results to embracing the process is a game changer in the pursuit of greatness. Mastering self-control also builds your confidence. Every time you choose discipline, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. You gain trust in your ability to follow through, to resist distractions, and to stay on course. This growing confidence fuels even greater discipline, creating a positive cycle of self-mastery and success. In a world that craves instant gratification, discipline is the secret weapon that helps you prioritize long-term vision over short-term comfort. It's easy to get caught up in the moment, seeking immediate pleasures or quick wins. But success, in its truest form, doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of sustained effort, consistent choices, and a relentless focus on the bigger picture. Discipline teaches us that the most valuable rewards come not from giving in to the easy path, but from investing in the journey toward lasting fulfillment. Discipline is what allows you to see beyond the present moment. It enables you to resist the allure of temporary comfort and focus on what truly matters in the long run. It's about making sacrifices today for a better tomorrow. Whether it's resisting the urge to procrastinate, choosing to work out when you'd rather relax, or saving money instead of spending it, discipline reminds you that the greatest victories are won over time through patience and persistence. Success requires the ability to delay gratification. This means choosing the hard road now, knowing that the rewards will come later. It's about understanding that the pleasure you get from a momentary indulgence pales in comparison to the satisfaction of achieving your goals. Discipline is the tool that keeps you on course, reminding you that the discomfort of today is temporary, but the rewards of staying committed will last a lifetime. When you embrace discipline, you become less reactive to the whims of the moment and more focused on your long-term vision. It's the difference between choosing a fleeting high and a lasting achievement. You may not see results immediately, but with discipline, you trust the process. You understand that the small disciplined actions you take each day will compound into something extraordinary over time. Success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And discipline is the steady pace that keeps you in the race. The key to embracing long-term vision over short-term comfort is shifting your mindset. Instead of focusing on what you can gain right now, you focus on who you're becoming through your discipline. Each act of self-control, each decision to prioritize your future, is a step toward becoming the person capable of achieving your dreams. Discipline transforms you from someone who chases quick wins to someone who is building something meaningful. There will always be moments when taking the easy way out seems appealing, but discipline helps you remember why you started in the first place. It reconnects you to your purpose and keeps you grounded in your commitment. Every time you choose to push through the discomfort, to stay the course when others might quit, you're reinforcing your dedication to your long-term vision. And with that dedication comes the confidence that no matter how long it takes, you will achieve what you set out to do. At first glance, discipline and freedom may seem like opposites. After all, discipline requires rules, structure, and sometimes even restrictions, while freedom suggests the absence of limitations. But in reality, discipline is the very thing that creates true freedom. It's the foundation that allows you to take control of your life, achieve your goals, and live on your own terms. Without discipline, freedom is just a fantasy and illusion that crumbles under the weight of chaos and indecision. Discipline gives you the power to set boundaries for yourself and stick to them. It might feel restrictive at first, but over time, you'll realize that these self-imposed limits actually free you from distractions and wasted time. When you have discipline, you don't get lost in a sea of endless choices. You know what needs to be done, and you do it. This clarity brings a sense of calm and control, allowing you to focus on what truly matters without being overwhelmed by unnecessary options. One of the greatest freedoms that discipline provides is the freedom from procrastination. We all know how stressful it feels to put things off until the last minute, scrambling to finish tasks that could have been done days or weeks ago. Discipline eliminates that anxiety by pushing you to take action consistently. It creates a sense of momentum. So instead of being weighed down by a mountain of unfinished work, you experience the freedom of progress, knowing that you are moving forward every day. Discipline also frees you from the regrets that come from not living up to your potential. Imagine looking back on your life and realizing that you could have achieved more, done more, or been more if only you had been disciplined. That's a regret no one wants to carry. By practicing discipline today, you free yourself from future what-ifs. You give yourself the peace of knowing that you did everything in your power to live a life of purpose and accomplishment. There's also a financial freedom that comes from discipline. When you learn to control your spending, save consistently, and make wise investments, you build a life of financial security. While it might mean saying no to impulse purchases or luxuries in the moment, discipline creates long-term financial freedom. It frees you from debt, financial stress, and the fear of not having enough. With discipline, you gain control over your money instead of your money controlling you. Health is another area where discipline breeds freedom. By practicing discipline in your diet, exercise, and lifestyle choices, you gain the freedom to live a healthier, more energetic life. The disciplined choices you make today, choosing to eat well, to move your body, to rest, will pay off in the long run. You'll have the freedom to enjoy life to its fullest without being limited by preventable health issues or lack of energy. Discipline ensures that your body serves you well for the long journey ahead. Discipline, like any skill, is not something you're born with, it's something you build. It's just like a muscle. The more you work at it, the stronger it becomes. The beauty of discipline is that it doesn't rely on natural talent or luck. Anyone can cultivate it with consistent effort. Just as you strengthen your body through regular exercise, you can strengthen your willpower and self-control through daily acts of discipline. When you first start exercising a muscle, the process can feel uncomfortable and even painful. But with time and persistence, that muscle grows stronger. The same applies to discipline. At the beginning, doing the hard things, getting up early, sticking to your routine, or resisting distractions can feel like a struggle. But the more you push yourself to stay disciplined, the easier it becomes. The actions that once required intense focus and effort will gradually become second nature. Small victories are the foundation of building your discipline. Every time you choose to be disciplined in a small way, whether it's completing a task on time, making a healthier choice, or sticking to a daily habit, you're adding a rep to your mental muscle. These small daily acts of discipline compound over time. They lead to greater self-control, better habits, and ultimately greater success. The key is consistency. Discipline thrives on repetition. The more you train your discipline muscle, the more it spills over into every aspect of your life. Discipline isn't just about one area, it's about your entire mindset. When you practice discipline with your fitness, for example, you'll find that it strengthens your work ethic, your financial habits, and even your relationships. Discipline is contagious. The more you apply it in one area, the more it positively impacts other areas of your life. Training discipline also means accepting the discomfort that comes with growth. Just like in physical training, there will be moments of strain, moments when you want to quit. But remember, that discomfort is where the real progress happens. Discipline pushes you beyond your comfort zone and into the space where real change occurs. It's in those moments of resistance that you grow the most, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. But here's the best part: discipline gets easier with time. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes routine, and what once required effort becomes automatic. It's no longer about forcing yourself to do the hard things, it becomes a part of who you are. You start to realize that discipline isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. It gives you the power to control your life. Instead of being controlled by impulses or circumstances, our body serves you well for the long journey ahead. In life, we often admire people with natural talent, those who seem to excel effortlessly in their field, whether it's in sports, business, or the arts. But the truth is, talent alone is never enough. Talent might give someone a head start, but discipline is what ensures they finish the race. Discipline is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter how gifted you are if you don't have the discipline to put in the work. Time and time again, discipline beats talent when talent doesn't show up. Discipline is what separates the good from the great. You might not be the most talented person in the room, but if you have the discipline to work harder, longer, and smarter, you will outperform those who rely solely on their natural abilities. Discipline ensures that you show up every day, regardless of how you feel, and put in the effort required to grow and improve. It's about consistency, and consistency always wins in the long run. The reason discipline beats talent is simple: discipline leads to mastery. No matter how naturally talented someone may be, mastery requires repetition, practice, and constant improvement. Discipline drives you to put in the hours necessary to refine your skills and perfect your craft. Talent can help you get started, but discipline is what sustains you over the long haul. It's the fuel that powers your growth, turning potential into reality. Consider the world's greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and artists. What sets them apart isn't just raw talent, but their unwavering commitment to disciplined practice. They don't rely on their natural abilities. Instead, they push themselves to get better every single day. They understand that talent alone won't carry them to the top. It's their discipline that keeps them improving, learning, and evolving. They embrace the grind because they know it's the only path to greatness. Discipline also helps you overcome the challenges that talent alone can't handle. Life will throw obstacles your way, and talent might not always be enough to push through. Discipline, on the other hand, gives you the resilience to keep going when things get tough. It teaches you to persevere in the face of adversity, to stay focused on your goals, and to push through discomfort and setbacks. Discipline turns obstacles into opportunities for growth. Moreover, discipline fosters humility. It teaches you that no matter how talented you are, there's always room for improvement. When you practice discipline, you're constantly striving to be better, to learn more, and to challenge yourself. It prevents you from becoming complacent or resting on your laurels. With discipline, you're always moving forward, always growing, and always crushing the boundaries of what you're capable of achieving. One of the greatest gifts discipline offers is the opportunity for continual growth. It's easy to stay comfortable, to settle into routines that don't challenge us, and to avoid the hard work of improvement. But discipline pushes us beyond that comfort zone, compelling us to evolve and expand our capabilities. When you choose discipline, you choose growth, and growth is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentional effort and a commitment to constant self-improvement. Discipline is the engine that drives this process. Whether you're trying to improve your career, develop new skills, or elevate your mindset, discipline ensures that you're consistently taking the necessary steps to better yourself. It turns aspirations into action. Without discipline, even the best intentions remain just that, intentions, without follow-through or progress. The path to growth is often uncomfortable, and that's where discipline shines the brightest. It encourages you to embrace discomfort as part of the process. Growth happens when you push yourself beyond your limits, but that requires the mental strength to endure challenges and setbacks. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward, even when things get tough. It's the inner voice that says, keep going when quitting feels easier. Discipline helps you see discomfort not as something to be avoided, but as a signal that you're on the right path. Every small step you take through disciplined action contributes to your growth. You don't have to make huge leaps overnight. Growth is a gradual process. With discipline, even the smallest efforts compound over time, leading to significant progress. Whether it's reading a few pages of a book every day, practicing a skill for just 30 minutes, or making healthier choices, discipline ensures that you are constantly improving. It's the accumulation of these small actions that creates long-lasting transformation. Discipline also helps you track and measure your growth. Without discipline, it's easy to lose focus, drift from your goals, or forget where you started. But when you practice discipline, you establish habits of reflection and self-assessment. You're able to look back and see how far you've come, which fuels your motivation to keep growing. This sense of accomplishment becomes a feedback loop. The more progress you make, the more driven you become to continue pushing yourself to new heights. Moreover, discipline nurtures a growth mindset. When you commit to self-improvement, you start to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. Discipline shifts your perspective from fearing failure to embracing learning. Each time you fall short or make a mistake, you see it as a chance to grow, not as a reason to give up. This mindset is crucial for long-term success because it keeps you focused on progress rather than perfection. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and unexpected obstacles. No matter how carefully you plan or how talented you are, difficulties are inevitable. This is where discipline becomes your greatest ally. Discipline builds resilience, the strength to keep going when times get tough. It helps you persevere through adversity, bounce back from failures, and remain steadfast in the face of obstacles. With discipline, you develop an unshakable mindset that refuses to give up, no matter the circumstances. Resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, but rather about confronting them head-on and having the mental toughness to persist. Discipline equips you with that toughness. When you practice discipline consistently, you train your mind to stay focused on your goals, even when you encounter resistance. It's easy to give up when things get hard, but discipline reminds you that difficulty is part of the journey. It keeps you grounded, pushing you forward when others might quit. When adversity strikes, it's discipline that stops you from falling apart. While emotions like frustration, fear, or doubt might try to sway you, discipline keeps you on course. It teaches you to respond to challenges calmly and strategically instead of reacting impulsively. Discipline helps you stay clear-headed and focused, making decisions that align with your long-term goals rather than being derailed by momentary setbacks. With discipline, you can face adversity with confidence. Failure is a natural part of any worthwhile endeavor, but discipline helps you turn failure into fuel for success. When you're disciplined, you don't see failure as the end of the road, you see it as feedback. You recognize that every setback is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and come back stronger. Discipline teaches you that the path to success is not a straight line, it's a series of ups and downs. And with each down, discipline helps you rise again, more determined than before. Resilience isn't just about enduring challenges, it's about thriving in the face of them. When you're disciplined, you develop the ability to thrive under pressure. You learn to embrace the struggle, knowing that it's building your character, strengthening your resolve, and preparing you for even greater challenges ahead. Discipline helps you see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones on your journey to success. Each challenge you overcome with discipline makes you stronger and more resilient. Over time, discipline transforms you into someone who is unbreakable. The more you practice discipline in the face of adversity, the more resilient you become. You begin to trust in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. You're no longer afraid of challenges because you know you have the strength and discipline to overcome them. This resilience gives you a quiet confidence that allows you to keep moving forward no matter how tough the road becomes. Discipline is not only a personal journey, it has the power to create a ripple effect that inspires those around you. When you embody discipline in your life, you set an example for others, showing them what is possible when you commit to your goals and push through challenges. Your actions speak louder than words, and by demonstrating discipline, you empower others to pursue their own paths with determination and focus. You become a beacon of inspiration, encouraging others to strive for greatness in their lives. When people see your dedication to your goals, they can't help but take notice. Your discipline acts as a source of motivation for those around you, sparking their interest and prompting them to reflect on their own habits. Whether it's your family, friends, or colleagues, your commitment to discipline can inspire them to adopt similar practices in their lives. You might not even realize the impact you're having, but your example can encourage others to take action, overcome their own obstacles, and reach for their dreams. Moreover, discipline fosters a sense of community. When you surround yourself with disciplined individuals, you create an environment that encourages growth and accountability. As you commit to your own discipline, you'll find that you attract like-minded people who share your values and aspirations. Together, you can lift each other up, hold each other accountable, and inspire one another to achieve your goals. This collective discipline amplifies the positive energy and motivation within your community, creating a culture of success. The influence of your discipline goes beyond your immediate circle. As you embody discipline and pursue your goals, you contribute to a larger narrative of what it means to strive for excellence. Your story of perseverance and commitment can inspire others in your community, workplace, or even online. People love to hear about success stories, and when they see someone who has put in the hard work to achieve their dreams, it gives them hope and belief in their potential. Your discipline can ignite a spark in others that leads to profound change. Furthermore, discipline cultivates resilience not just in you, but in those who observe your journey. When they witness you overcoming challenges, staying focused on your goals, and persisting through adversity, it instills a sense of belief in their own ability to overcome difficulties. Your journey becomes a source of encouragement, showing others that they too can endure struggles and emerge victorious. This shared experience of resilience creates a community that thrives on mutual support and motivation. As you inspire others through your discipline, you also create a legacy of growth and achievement. Your impact extends far beyond your own accomplishments. You become a catalyst for change, empowering others to pursue their passions and aspirations. This ripple effect of discipline creates a positive cycle where inspired individuals go on to inspire others, spreading the message of commitment and perseverance throughout their networks. In a world filled with distractions and noise, discipline is the key to achieving clarity. It enables you to cut through the chaos and hone in on what truly matters in your life. With discipline, you can prioritize your goals and focus your energy on actions that align with your purpose. This clarity is essential for making meaningful progress, as it allows you to navigate through life with intention rather than being swept away by the currents of everyday distractions. When you practice discipline, you create a structured environment that fosters focus. This structure helps you establish routines and set boundaries, which are crucial for maintaining concentration. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become overwhelmed by information overload and the demands of modern life. However, discipline gives you the power to filter out the noise, enabling you to dedicate time and energy to the pursuits that genuinely matter. With clarity of purpose, you can make decisions that align with your values and long-term aspirations. Moreover, discipline provides you with a framework for setting and achieving your goals. When you know what you want to accomplish, discipline helps you break down those goals into actionable steps. This process not only clarifies your path, but also makes your goals feel more attainable. Each small step you take becomes a building block, bringing you closer to your vision. Discipline keeps you on track, ensuring that you remain focused on your objectives, even when the road gets tough. As you cultivate discipline in your life, you'll also find that it enhances your decision-making abilities. When faced with choices, discipline allows you to weigh your options thoughtfully, considering what aligns with your goals and values. It helps you resist impulsive decisions that may lead you astray, guiding you toward choices that promote your growth and well-being. This clarity in decision-making fosters a sense of confidence as you know you're acting in alignment with your true purpose. Discipline also leads to greater self-awareness. When you practice discipline, you take time to reflect on your actions and their alignment with your goals. This introspection fosters a deeper understanding of motivation, strengths, and areas for improvement. With this heightened self-awareness, you can adjust your course when needed, ensuring that you remain aligned with your vision. Clarity emerges from this self-reflection, enabling you to navigate your journey with purpose and conviction. In addition, discipline empowers you to manage your time effectively. Time is a finite resource, and discipline teaches you to use it wisely. By prioritizing tasks and eliminating distractions, you can focus your efforts on activities that drive you closer to your goals. This mastery of time management creates a sense of control over your life, allowing you to make the most of each day. With discipline, you can allocate your time to what truly matters, ensuring that you stay on the path toward your aspirations. Success is often seen as a destination, a goal to be reached, or a milestone to be achieved. However, true success is not merely about reaching a specific point, it's about the consistent actions and habits that lead to lasting results. Discipline is the foundation of that success. It's the unwavering commitment to your goals, the daily choices that align with your values, and the perseverance to keep going, even when the journey gets tough. Without discipline, success can be fleeting. With it, you create a sustainable path toward your aspirations. When you embrace discipline, you cultivate habits that support your goals. Habits are the building blocks of success. They determine your daily actions and shape your future. By consistently practicing discipline, you establish routines that become second nature over time. These routines drive you to take action even when motivation wanes. When discipline becomes ingrained in your life, it transforms the way you approach your goals, making success not just possible, but inevitable. Moreover, discipline fosters accountability. When you commit to being disciplined in your actions, you hold yourself accountable for your progress. This accountability is essential for maintaining momentum on your journey to success. It encourages you to stay on track, review your goals regularly, and adjust your course when necessary. With discipline, you're less likely to succumb to procrastination or distractions because you have a clear commitment to your objectives. You become your own motivator, pushing yourself to stay focused and driven. Discipline also teaches you resilience, which is a crucial component of lasting success. The road to achievement is often paved with challenges and setbacks. Those who lack discipline may falter at the first sign of difficulty, but with discipline, you learn to embrace obstacles as opportunities for growth. Each challenge becomes a chance to strengthen your resolve and adapt your strategies. Discipline instills a mindset of perseverance, allowing you to bounce back from failures and keep moving forward, no matter the circumstances. In addition, discipline promotes a sense of purpose. When you are disciplined in your pursuits, you become deeply connected to your goals and the reasons behind them. This connection fuels your passion and commitment, making the journey toward success more meaningful. You begin to understand that success is not just about achieving external accolades, but also about personal growth and fulfillment. With discipline, you cultivate a sense of purpose that drives you to strive for excellence, creating a legacy of achievement that transcends mere accomplishments. Furthermore, lasting success is often a product of continuous improvement. Discipline encourages a mindset of lifelong learning and growth. When you commit to being disciplined, you become open to feedback, willing to adapt, and eager to develop new skills. This dedication to self-improvement ensures that you stay relevant and competitive in an ever-changing world. It allows you to refine your approach, innovate, and push the boundaries of what's possible, ultimately leading to greater success. In the end, discipline is the key that unlocks the door to lasting success. It transforms your goals into achievable realities, fosters accountability, nurtures resilience, and provides a sense of purpose. With discipline as your foundation, you build a sustainable path toward achievement that withstands the test of time. Embrace discipline in your life, and you'll find that success is not just a destination, but a journey marked by consistent effort, personal growth, and the fulfillment that comes from pursuing your passions. Choose discipline, and you'll create a future defined by lasting success and extraordinary accomplishments.